Alright guys, so we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So, the World Tournament has completed. Now, this World Tournament, I don't know what was going on, but in case you guys are not aware, I don't think this has reached global yet. It might with the next tournament, or it might still be 2 tournaments away, because it might be tied to like the number of tournaments, like the Jackie Chun, LRTN, etc. There's a stage on the World Tournament where you can get, it's the finals only, and you can get Masters Mark medals, which of course are the World Tournament medals. Now, I ran into that stage a ridiculous amount of times. As you guys can see, I have 114 of these medals. Now, this is interesting because going into the tournament, I had several units who I needed to awaken with those medals that I did not like have the medals for. So if we look at it, so I just pulled this Kaioken Goku recently. That Goku just got, or excuse me, this Gohan just got his medal, his awake. Wow, okay. I just pulled that Kaioken Goku like 2 days ago. So like before I couldn't have awakened him anyway. This Gohan just got his awakening, and I just pulled that Great Ape Kid Goku as well. But that Great Ape Kid Goku, that Goku was already there. Bardock, Gohan, the Super Saiyan Vegeta, all of them. Like, I just didn't have the not battlefield, but the World Tournament medals required to awaken them. Because, obviously, in order to awaken LRTN and Chaozu, you do need a total of 77. You need 1 for the initial awakening, and then you need 70 to get them, like, from the TUR state to their actual LR state. Now, LRTN and Chaozu are pretty good. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be able to awaken them after this tournament now, maybe after the rewards, because they're also going to be giving out, like usual, a big batch of those awakening medals as a reward after the rewards actually come out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and like start, I guess, awakening these units, making videos around them showing like how or why they could be useful. So today we're going to awaken this kid Goku. Now he's only SA1, and everyone fucking crushes me in the comments when I do SA1 showcases, but I'm still going to do it. The reason is because this Goku is on several categories, but not even in terms of like he could be useful, and it's not specifically just because like he could do damage or anything. It's the fact that he is a TUR unit on the World Tournament category will allow you to get extra Zenny by doing the daily Mr. Satan, Hercule statue stage, whatever it is that you want to call it. So I'm gonna level this guy up, and we will hop into an event, just kind of show like his super attack, and I will talk about the unit and stuff. So give me 1 second. Alright guys, so before we hop into an event, let's go ahead and talk about this Goku and why he could be a pretty good pull, not even necessarily for like how useful he could be like in an actual event. So this is Outcome of Hardship, Goku Youth Giant Ape. So, it's Kid Goku with the Giant Ape transformation. His leader skill is all types, HP, attack, and defense 50%. So, his leader skill is okay. No key, but he does basically have Mass Saiyan's leader skill just without the actual key part. So, I mean, nowadays there's so many good, like, easy to get leaders that this really shouldn't be that big of a deal. But I don't know. I suppose for like a maybe someone doesn't have a lot of good physical units, he could be good for Dokkan Battlefield 2.0. His super attack is the Kamehameha, which does supreme damage to the enemy. His passive skill is Hard 1 Perseverance, which is attack 80% at the start of turn. So he could do reasonably decent damage. And then his second part is may turn into the Giant Ape or Great Ape up to 2 times. Obviously, the Giant Ape mechanic is like horrible. That really will hold you back a lot because it will do nothing but bring the fight to a halt, and then like the Great Ape will have trouble super attacking. You'll have trouble like actually going through the event. It just kind of brings everything to a screeching halt. The one thing they could do to fix that would be to allow the Great Apes to keep potential system buffs, because that way, if the unit had 20 crit, or if they had additionals or something like that, the Great Apes could do that as well. As of right now, they can't, and that really does hurt them a lot. Now, Goku's links are Kamehameha, the Innocence, Guidance of the Dragon Balls, the Incredible Adventure, Transform, Saiyan Roar, and Shattering Limit. So, I mean, his links again, I'm going to be curious when they finally introduce a Dragon Ball category unit, like a Dragon Ball Arc category unit or something along those lines. I do think we will get one, and that could be pretty interesting. Like, this Goku would probably be one of the higher tiered options. I do personally like the AGL Great Ape Goku a little better, but this one is, like, he's not bad. He can definitely be useful. His 12 key multiplier is 140%, and he does have 3 categories here, right? So we have the World Tournament category. Now, this is the big one. I'm going to point, make my point about this in a second. He is also on the low-class Saiyan category, which is the worst category in the game. And then he also is on the Giant category. So, real quick, let me go look at... let me show you guys those 3 categories, right? And I can kind of make the points I wanted to about this. So, first, we'll start with the World Tournament category. Now, the event... the Mr. Satan event that you run every single day, and you bring a World Tournament team, and you will be able to get additional Zenny with World Tournament units on your team, right? Like, you'll get additional drops, and it'll equate to more Zenny statues, which you could sell for a very decent amount of Zenny, right? So, as you guys should know by now, you will get a higher percent chance to get additional drops with the higher tiered cards. So, for example, notice these cards right here that are SSRs level 80. Those are SRs that are awakened to an SSR. They're Z awakened. So they're like a tier. Then the next tier would be the cards that are at level 100. Those are the SSRs that are Z awakened to URs. Then the next tier up is the TURs, which are, you know, the Transcendent Ultra Rares. Those are the SSRs that, you know, awaken from any type of medals. You know, this Goku awakened from the World Tournament medals, right? And then lastly, we have the level 150. Those, of course, are the LRs. Now, you get maximum percentage points for LRs. Then below that is TURs, right? So the more LRs and TURs you get on the team, the higher chance of extra drops you will get, and thus the higher amount of extra Zenny you will earn. So this is why, in the long run, even though it's going to cost, you know, 100 million Zenny or whatever to awaken LR Mr. Satan, he eventually will earn you that Zenny back just from that event if you run it daily. It'll take a really long time, but he eventually will pay himself off just by going through that event all the time. So do keep that in mind. So, you know, he is a great unit for the World Tournament category team because there's only so many TURs, right? Now, he's on 2 other categories. I believe this is the Giant category. Yep, oh, it is. Okay. So the Giant category is another kind of lackluster category. As you guys can see, we only have units that can do transformations into, you know, the only unit on here I don't have, I think, is the Great, like the, I was about to say, yo, people have gotten on me before, I was about to say Great Ape Piccolo, but it's the Giant Namekian Piccolo. He would be okay on this team. Obviously, we have Super Baby 2, we got Bergamo, units like that. This category is a little weak. Tapion is probably the best unit on here. The Turles transformation, like the new Turles Great Ape card, he is a big buff to this team, obviously, because he is a strong unit. But, you know, this is one of the weaker categories in the game. So, I mean, it's good to get this Goku awakened. I do want to eventually kind of try and, like, run every category team on, like, you know, new Dokkan events and see, like, if I'm able to beat them or not. So, he is on this category. And then the last category he's on is, of course, this category, the low-class Saiyan category. Definitely the worst category in the game. Even though they did get big buffs in both Turles and the Great Ape Turles, they still, like, it is pretty lackluster. The only leader for the team is the Int Raditz, and the Int Raditz is very, very underwhelming. So, you know, it could be difficult to beat events with this leader. If, like, between the 2 Great Ape Gokus, too, I definitely would prioritize running the AGL one. I do feel he is a little stronger with that defensive buff. So that is one kind of thing I just wanted to talk about with that Goku, is like all the different categories he's on. Because like units, it's pretty rare nowadays that a unit will have, you know, 3 or 4 categories. I don't think there's a unit that has 5 categories, but there are several that are on 4. Like, I know the 2 Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, they're on, what, Fusion, Majin Buu Arc, Super Saiyan 3, and Hybrid Saiyan. So that makes them very good because you can run them on so many different teams. And then, of course, we have the same thing with, you know, like some of these Great Ape Kid Gokus. They're on a few units that can have that giant transformation. Like, we just saw one with Great Ape Turles, who's on, you know, the movie boss category, low class Saiyan, giant. Like, a lot of those units have several. All right, so Goku is in the second rotation. That's fine. I kind of just brought a team, just whatever. I didn't really, like, try and build any monster team. Because, again, the Kid Goku, he is only SA1. And I know people don't like when I kind of, I don't know, I call it a showcase for a unit that's at SA1. But, like, that's just for lack of a better... Oh, we got a dodge. Nice. Hey! But that's just for lack... Did he get sealed? Oh. Okay, I actually didn't know that one of these fuckers could seal. That sucks, because we got Gotenks' 11 key super, too. Alright, well, sure, whatever. Yeah, so I use the word showcase basically for lack of a better word, but I guess, I don't know, I could use, like, breakdown, because, like, what I'm doing most of the time is I'm, like, breaking the units down more than actually showcasing them. So I guess maybe that's what I could do. I could kind of change the wording that I use. Okay, so I want Goku to get a super attack, so let me have Kefla do that. That will allow our boy Goku to actually get a super. Because that basically, you know, like this second part, especially with a unit, these fuckers are supering an awful lot today. Jeez. Especially like with this, where, you know, Goku is obviously not like crazy optimized. I did just kind of want to show, like, you know, how he would work in battle and what his super attack animation looks like, rather than just, you know, trying to see like exactly how powerful he could possibly be. Okay, so 17,000. So yeah, these these Turles fuckers, because of like they sealed Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and some other stuff, they've actually done a significant amount of damage to me. Jeez, I guess I should be embarrassed right here. All we have left is the ball sack guys too. I will go ahead and drop a heal. Like, nah, let me not drop a heal quite yet, because we'll be able to take this one dude out. So let me have LR Trunks eviscerate him, absolutely eliminate him, and then we'll have Gotenks do that, and then this Gotenks do this too. Another thing is, I did decide to run the Turles event since this is the newest Dokkan Fest event that is available. I usually don't like, you know, just going into boss rush over and over. It's more or less the background, right? Like where the stage that we're on is the same every time for boss rush. I think boss rush would be really cool if anytime you entered a stage, it sent you to like a random like area. That would be really cool to see. I would actually really like that. Like, you know, so like let's say we go into boss rush and it would take us to like the destroyed city where you fight like, you know, Mega Shenron, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, you know, to take you to that like destroyed city where they all fought. And then like the next time you enter, it would take you to the destroyed future, you know, Trunks' future, where, you know, Zamasu and Goku Black and all of them were. I think that would be like really cool, and that would add a lot to boss rush, because okay, that's pretty decent damage right there. Obviously it's type advantage, but that's still not bad, Goku. That would just add a lot to it, because like we just enter into that same damn space level every single time. That's the space level. I believe the first time that showed in Dokkan, it's probably the Bardock event, because that's probably one of the earlier events, the Bardock story event. And then there of course also is the Battle of Gods event. I believe that's the stage where you fight Beerus as well in space, the Super Saiyan God Goku versus Beerus fight. So that's pretty cool. In terms of super physical, I do still maintain as well that super physical is probably the second best, like, mono team in the game. I do think super int is a little better, since they did... Oh, I hope you don't stun LR Trunks. Is a little better since they did just get Ultra Instinct Goku, and of course he did stun him. As well as, you know, having obviously LR Super Vegito, who I do think LR Super Vegito is a little better than the LR Super... Well, it's kind of... The way it works is LR Super Gogeta is better until they transform, and then LR Vegito, he's a better unit. Alright, we'll do that. Super Vegito is better after the transformation. LR Gogeta is better before the transformation. That's how it works for the two of them. I don't think we're going to need to use an item or anything like that, because I have faith in my girl Kefla. Now, speaking of Kefla, oh, there's a dodge on the super attack. I love you, girl. So I did grind very hard in the recent World Tournament. Obviously, in the top 1,000 now of the World Tournament, you can get potential system orbs as a reward. Like, you know, for every tier, you get more potential orbs. So, like, there's the tier of 1,000 to 500. Another dodge, Kefla, good shit. There's the tier of 500 to 200. I believe that's the one I'll fall in, and then it's like every 20 from like 200 to like 100, and then, you know, a lot more. But with those extra orbs I got from the tournament, I'm actually probably gonna try and 100% Kefla. She's just such a powerful unit, and she's so good on so many different teams that I really want to, you know, give her a chance to shine. And I've already talked about it several times, how I'm going to try and do, like, these kind of, I don't know what I would call it, like, the Dokkan event challenge, where I try and beat every Dokkan Fest, like, event, like the newest one, with all of the category teams, which obviously for several of them will be very easy, right? Like, the Fusion team, Patara team, Realm of Gods team, like, those will just be curb stomps. But, you know, something like the PHY category team, the World Tournament team, the low-class Saiyan team, those could be incredibly difficult. And, of course, we beat Turles before the bastard even transforms, funny enough. Jeez. They really... I don't know if I like that. Like, because you can beat him so fast, he never even goes to the Dokkan Fest card that just came out, the EGL Turles. Like, we didn't even get to see him there, bro. Oh, Turles. Alright, so that will do it for that. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. I'm probably going to go ahead and awaken, like, a lot of these World Tournament units. And there are a few other units I got from the tournament that I do want to show off as well. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.